Jujutsu Kaisen is over. My Hero Academia just wrapped up. And right now, there's a multi-billion-dollar panic happening in Tokyo, because streaming services and production committees are scrambling like it's the Hunger Games. Except, instead of fighting for survival, they're fighting over which manga gets to be the next global phenomenon. And honestly, the competition is insane right now. We're talking noir revenge fantasies that look like they were storyboarded by a film director. Toxic romance stories that make your regular love triangle look like a kindergarten playground. And one series that literally went from being an internet meme to selling 3 million copies. So, if you want to be ahead of the curve and know which manga is about to blow up before everyone and their Discord server won't shut up about it, you might want to subscribe. Because trust me, at least 3 of these are getting announcements in 2026, and you'll want receipts that you called it first. Let's count down the top 10 manga that need an anime adaptation. Starting at number 10, we've got Choujin X. This is Sui Ishida's follow-up to Tokyo Ghoul, which means it comes with both massive hype and massive anxiety. Because let's be real, Studio Pierrot did Tokyo Ghoul so dirty that fans are still in therapy. Choujin X is basically what if superheroes, but make it body horror. And Ishida is taking his sweet time with it, releasing chapters whenever he feels like it. King behavior, honestly. The man said weekly deadlines? I don't know her. And went full auteur mode. Rumour has it an anime is already quietly in pre-production, but until there's an official announcement, this stays on the list. And if they don't give it to Bones or Mappa, we riot. Coming in at number 9 is Magus of the Library. This is the manga that animation studios look at and go, wow, this is gorgeous. Anyway, so that'll be $10 million and 3 years of our lives. It's about a mixed race kid from the slums who dreams of becoming a librarian in a fantasy city of books, and the world building is so dense you could teach a college course on it. The costumes alone have more detail than my entire Crunchyroll watch list. Here's the thing, this can't be a normal anime. It needs to be a prestige project. Like Violet Evergarden levels of, we're trying to make you cry and win awards. If Kyoto Animation or Madhouse announced this tomorrow, the internet would collectively lose it. It's the kind of series that makes you go, yeah, I'd wait 4 years between seasons for this. At number 8, we have Centuria. If you've been missing that berserk-shaped hole in your heart, Centuria is here to fill it with Lovecraftian nightmares and enough edge to cut through titanium. The artist used to be Tatsuki Fujimoto's assistant. Yes, the Chainsaw Man guy. And you can tell. The art is visceral, heavy, and unapologetically brutal. The story follows a guy who gains the strength of 100 lives, but has to carry the guilt of the 100 enslaved people who died for it. It's basically power fantasy, but make it psychological damage. Viz Media already licensed it for 2026, which means they know something we don't. An anime adaptation is basically inevitable at this point, and it's absolutely going to be a streaming exclusive because there's no way this passes Japanese TV censors without half the frames being blurred out. Landing at number 7 is RuriDragon. Okay, we need a palate cleanser after all that darkness, so here's the most wholesome manga you've never heard of. Girl wakes up. Girl has dragon horns. Girl goes to school anyway. That's it. That's the plot. And it's perfect. RuriDragon is the definition of low stakes, high comfort. No world-ending battles, no tournaments. Just a dragon girl trying to figure out how to sneeze without setting her classroom on fire. It's aggressively normal in the best way possible. The wild part? This manga went on hiatus for almost 2 years, came back, and people still bought it like it never left. That's the kind of loyalty that makes production committees salivate. Studios like Doga Kobo could adapt this in their sleep, and it would still be the coziest thing you watch all year. Number 6 on our list is Girl Meets Rock. After Bocchi the Rock and girls band Cry proved that music anime are back, this is the next logical step. Except, instead of being cute and polished, Girl Meets Rock is aggressively realistic. We're talking cringe band practices, awkward creative disagreements, that one member who can't keep rhythm. You know, the stuff that actually happens when teenagers try to start a band. It won the Next Manga Award for Web Manga and got nominated for the Manga Taisho, so it's got the credentials. The only problem? The manga is constantly referencing real Japanese rock bands like Number Girl and The Pillows, which means the anime would need to clear a nightmare of music licensing rights. But if they pull it off, the soundtrack sales alone would print money. Also, don't confuse this with Rock is a Lady's Modesty. That one already got announced. This is the Shonen Jump Plus underdog, and it deserves its flowers. Halfway through, at number 5, we've got Gokurakugai. This manga is what happens when you give a shoujo artist a cyberpunk urban fantasy and say, go wild. The character designs are so clean, they look like they walked out of a fashion magazine, but the environments are gritty, chaotic, and dripping with atmosphere. The story follows two troubleshooters in a district where humans and beastmen coexist. And while they take normal jobs like finding lost pets, they also hunt monsters born from corpses. You know, standard side hustle stuff. It's already hit 1.2 million copies despite only having a few volumes, which is bonkers. The art is so detailed that fans are calling it animation ready. But here's the catch. It's a monthly series with a low chapter count, so if they adapt it too early, they'll run out of content faster than you can say filler arc. By the way, drop a comment and let me know which of these you think is getting announced first. I'm putting my money on the top 3, but I want to hear your bets. And hit that like button so the algorithm gods bless us with more anime announcements. At number 4, we have Firefly Wedding. Welcome to the toxic romance boom, where red flags aren't warnings, they're the entire aesthetic. Set in the Meiji era, this is about a noblewoman with a terminal illness who proposes a contract marriage to the assassin sent to kill her. And somehow, it gets more unhinged from there. The male lead is a textbook yandere, sweet, obsessive, and one bad day away from a criminal record. The tension is off the charts. It's like if you took a historical romance, added psychological horror, and then set the whole thing on fire. Here's the kicker. The manga is entering its final arc, which means a studio could adapt the entire story without worrying about catching up to the source material. Production committees love that. If this gets the My Happy Marriage treatment with a gorgeous Meiji-era aesthetic and high-quality animation, it's going to dominate the josei demographic and probably convert a bunch of shonen fans in the process. Coming in strong at number 3 is Usotsuki, Gokuo-kun, or as I like to call it, the manga that refused to stay dead. This mystery comedy originally ran for 10 years in Koro Koro Comic, a magazine for elementary school boys, and it's about a king of liars who solves mysteries by exposing lies. His signature move? Ripping out the liar's tongue, which is surprisingly dark for a kids magazine, but okay. The series ended in 2021, and everyone thought that was it. But then, in 2024, they started posting free chapters on Twitter. The nostalgia hit like a truck, and suddenly it ranked number 2 in the Anime Japan 2025 Manga We Want Animated poll. Let me repeat that. A finished manga from a kids magazine outranked brand new hits because millennials got emotional. An anime adaptation could pull a Detective Conan and work for both kids and the adults who grew up with it. That's cross-generational goldmine territory. At number 2, we have Nuei's Exorcist. While the West is obsessed with dark, cinematic shonen, Japan said, actually, we want a supernatural school battle harem with a gamer spirit. Nuei's Exorcist took the number 1 spot in the Anime Japan 2025 poll. And historically, that's basically a guarantee that an anime announcement is coming within a year. The series is like if you took Bleach, mixed it with a romantic comedy, and added a spirit who's canonically an otaku. There's a character named Zeno, a regular guy with no powers who stands up to monsters anyway, and he went so viral in Japan that he became a cultural moment. This is a safe bet for production committees. It's got waifu marketability, clean character designs, and a formula that's been proven to work. Studios like A1 Pictures or Cloverworks could knock this out of the park, and the merchandise would sell itself. It's not trying to reinvent the wheel, it's just trying to be a really good wheel. And sometimes, that's exactly what the market wants. And finally, at number 1, we have Kagurabachi. If you're surprised, you haven't been paying attention. This is the manga that started as a meme, became a genuine phenomenon, and is now sitting at over 3 million copies sold, with only 9 volumes. For context, that's early Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man numbers. The story is about a blacksmith's son who goes on a revenge quest with an enchanted blade, after sorcerers murder his father. It's set in a noir-inspired, pseudo-modern Japan with supernatural powers, and the aesthetic is immaculate. We're talking film-level paneling, widescreen compositions, and lighting that makes every fight scene look like a movie trailer. Industry analysts have straight up said that the manga is pre-storyboarded for anime. The mangaka, Takeru Hokazono, draws like a film director, and it shows. Here's why it's number 1. Kagurabachi has reverse imported its popularity. It blew up in the West first, then became huge in Japan. That's exactly what streaming giants like Netflix and Crunchyroll want. Global, simultaneous hype. The only reason it doesn't have an official announcement yet is probably strategic. They're letting the manga build a chapter buffer so the anime doesn't have pacing issues like Black Clover. But mark my words, when this gets announced, and it will, it's going to break the internet. If Ufotable or Mappa gets it, we're looking at the next Demon Slayer level event. So there you have it. 10 manga that are sitting on the edge of anime history, just waiting for someone to hit the green light. But here's the thing. While we're waiting for these adaptations, 2026 is absolutely stacked with isekai anime, both new and returning series. And I just made a full breakdown of the 10 best ones you need to watch. If you thought this list was good, that video is going to blow your mind. It's on screen right now, so go check it out. And if you made it this far, you're legally obligated to subscribe. I don't make the rules. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.